Well, today is Friday, the 4th of February, and I'm going to start a tape. I stayed home from school today because I had 2 wisdom teeth pulled yesterday, and my jaw's kind of sore, and I really just didn't feel like much going to school. They weren't impacted or anything like the ones on the bottom. These 2 were on the top, but they were starting to decay and rot, and they were hanging down quite a bit too. So he just said that really it's good to just get them out of there. So I had that done yesterday. It really wasn't too bad. He gave me sodium pentothal, they put it on your nose. They give you shots, but they give you this other too. I don't really like that stuff. There's no effects, and he really didn't give me too much. It wasn't too strong, but I just didn't like that stuff too much. So anyway, I have to also keep kind of cleansing my mouth out with salt and soda and warm water every hour. So I thought that might be a little hard to do at school. So I'm just kind of laying around here today. Mindy went skiing today, and I don't know how that's going to be because skiing is not all that good, believe me. I doubt if we'll go unless it really snows. But she went up with some kids. They went to a place that has artificial snow. They're making it. It's not artificial snow, it's real snow, but they make it through this process of whatever they do. They shoot it out on the slopes. So anyway, they went up. Her and these girls, and then later on, that Mindy's boyfriend and some other guys are coming up. So they'll have a good time anyway. It's kind of warm here today, so really it's like spring conditions up there now. I'm going to stop this and see if it's recording okay. Okay, it seems to be recording okay. I'm using the tape recorder, the new one that our church got. I sure do like it. Hopefully we're going to be able to kind of get one like this. It's more expensive than what I thought it was, but it does a lot of things that a tape recorder that I'm used to really doesn't do. It's not any bigger, really, but it's just really a nice model. We're all fine here. Not a lot is happening. We're going to go up tomorrow to Harrah's to a brunch with the Myers, the Christophers, and then the Thiessens. I don't know if you've met them yet, Mom. But we're going to go up to this brunch at Harrah's. It starts at 9:30, and it's kind of like a smorgasbord, except for brunch. And supposedly it is very, very, very good. So we're going to take that in. In fact, maybe when you're here, Mom, if you would care to do that, we'll do that with you. While I'm on the question of when you're here, we would like to know, don't say we need to know, but we would like to know kind of for sure when you're going to be here. Bonnie wasn't sure whether it was the first part of April or the middle part or whatever. Easter vacation is, let's see, I think the 3rd or something like that, through that week. And we just wanted to make sure that if you're going to be here during Easter vacation, that we would not, be scheduling anything. Sometimes we schedule like a trip or something. In the past we've gone skiing during Easter, but that's out. So we just, we'd kind of like to know so we don't have anything, if something comes up then we don't have anything to interfere. Bonnie could kind of remember when you were going to go. I think you're going to retire the end of March, and so we thought that you said that you're going to go for a couple of weeks to Janine's or Idaho or whatever, so that would make you get to our place a little bit later. So if you could let us know, and then we'll for sure not schedule anything to where we will be doing something when you're here. We'll do some things when you're here, but we won't have anything scheduled that would interfere. We want to go over to see Jeannie and Chuck while you're here. They want you to come over too, so we'll be doing that. And then we're going to take you out to eat someplace. And I'm not quite sure where yet. That's why I mentioned that brunch kind of a thing, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think of some more to say here. Rachel and Sarah are sleeping right now. They take a nap right after lunch. And Bonnie's getting ready. There's this lady in our church. What's that? Carol Nunley, who is separated from her husband. Her family is coming over tonight. So they're going to be here. So I think Bonnie is kind of getting ready for that. Well, let's see. I'm trying to think of some more to say here, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll just stop a little bit and see if I can think of something. Well, I can't. I've stopped and thought here, and I can't really think of anything. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just kind of stop it a little bit longer and lay down for a little while, and then maybe I'll think of some more to talk about a little bit later. Well, I'm going to head and talk a little bit more tonight. Tonight is Saturday night, and a day later than when I started this. This is the 5th, I believe. So I decided I would record a little bit more here. Bonnie and Mindy went down to Rayleigh's, a store here, to get Mindy she wants to get a radio, AM, FM radio, and a cassette player. They're one thing. And so they went down to get that. Mindy is getting quite a bit back on her income tax, so she's getting that. Everything is good out here. This morning, Bonnie and I and the Christophers, Myers, and Thiesens went up to Lake Tahoe. We were going to go to Harrah's, supposedly for a brunch. But we got there and found out that there was no brunch on Saturday morning. And so we thought, oh no, because Bonnie called up there, and they tell you over the phone that there's a brunch on the weekend, but it's only on Sunday at this particular place, Harrah's. So, just a minute, I have to stop. Okay, here we are, and I have a little friend here.
Let's
No, you just talk, and Grandma can hear you. Tell Grandma hello.
Hi, Grandma.
Louder.
Hi, Grandma.
And I bet you know who that is, Grandma. That is Sarah.
Sarah.
Right, Sarah just got through taking a nice bath. Are you clean?
Yes.
She's very clean. How about your ears?
Yes. That's the moment.
No, you can see, that's the thing right there.
Oh.
Sarah's a little bit confused because normally we have a tape recorder with a microphone you hold, and now you just have to talk in this without holding it. Because the mic is right in the tape recorder. And here's another little friend coming. This is Rachel. Say hi, Grandma. No, you can't touch it. Hi, Grandma. Hi. No, you don't touch it. Hi.
What's there?
Oh, those are buttons to make it work.
They did.
Yeah, no, don't. You can't touch it, Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel knows some words. Rachel says hi. No, you don't touch it. Yeah, Rachel says hi and thank you. Thank you.
What's her email?
It's over here.
What's there?
That's where it's plugged in. Yeah.
Grandma.
What?
Let's see, Grandma.
Yeah, we're talking to Grandma. We're going to send that to Grandma so she can hear us. Yeah.
Nice.
No, you can't hear Grandma. Grandma can hear us. We have to mail that to her. Then she'll mail us back one and we can hear her.
Not here.
I know it. We can't hear her yet.
Not here, Dad.
Right.
Papa?
Well, let's see. What's been happening? Sarah, Amy, and Rachel stayed with Mindy today, right?
Yes.
Did you go on a long walk? Ooh, good. Did Rachel get to ride in the stroller?
Yes, I did.
You pushed her?
No, Mindy.
Mindy did, right.
No, Amy did.
Amy did?
Yeah, Amy put... No, Amy. Amy.
Amy pushed?
Yes.
Wow, not bad.
Amy put it now. Amy
Okay.
put...
Don't get too close. Let's see. And other than that, we haven't been doing too much today, have we? You played outside, right, with Amy. Helped me get wood. Yeah. I cut my wood too big this year. Well, when we went out to get wood, the Myers and the Thiesens, we all kind of went together. So when we went out, all the load went to one place. Just a minute, I got to stop and turn off a record. Yeah, you can sit by that. Here, hold it. Okay, sit up here. Right up here. Okay. Well, we went out to get wood. When we went out to get wood, they cut it kind of long for my stove. Just a minute, Rachel wants up here. And no, you're okay. You're fine. So the wood was a little bit long, and I've been having a hard time putting it in the stove. So today I decided, after we got home from the brunch, that I would cut up some of the wood, and boy, is it better. It's actually small little chunks.
There's a big that way. Cut the wood.
Yeah, I cut it with my saw, my chainsaw.
Like this?
Right, like that. And Sarah was a good helper. And Sarah was singing so loud. I love you very much. She made up a song called I Love You Very Much. Oh, what are these two girls doing? Sarah and Rachel are kissing. So I got that. I've been wanting to do that little chore and got it done. Well, my teeth. Well, I shouldn't say my teeth because they're gone. But the wisdom teeth that I had pulled are really a lot better. And needless to say, this morning when we went to the brunch, I ate a lot. That brunch is really, really good. It cost $3.50, I think it is. Or $3.95. I'm not really sure. No. And per person, and it's like a smorgasbord. And you have like a choice of orange juice, and then you can have some fruit, like pineapple and pears and peaches and stuff like that. And then you have a choice of like all kinds of meats, from cold ham to hot ham, bacon, sausage, scrambled eggs, chicken, little dinner steaks, like little things called pizza squares or something. Those are very good. And bread, and a lot of coffee. And after all of that, you can have some rolls. So we really did okay. It was really nice. We had a good time doing it. The place where we went is way at the top of Harvey's. That's where we've gone for the smorgasbord, but it's way up on top. And boy, was it ever nice up there. The dinners when you go up there are, I think they feature different things on different nights. When they have they have lobster up there, live lobster, and that simply means that it's live there, and then they cook it live, which means that it is very, very fresh, and that's like $15 a plate. It's Maine lobster. Yeah. What's that, Rachel, doing? And the other dinners, I think, are about $6.95 or something like that. But it is very nice. There's windows all around, and you can see out. Boy, there is absolutely there is very, very little snow up there. Those places that ski up there, there is just no snow. So it was really something, because there's usually a lot of snow there. Sarah, yeah, that's okay. I don't want you to get that stuff out of there. So anyway, we had a good time up there. No, I don't want that. You put that back in there.
You want it?
No, because I'm recording this right here.
Mama, how did you do?
What is Rachel doing? Rachel dances like crazy now. She has all of these fancy steps, and whenever music comes on, she starts dancing. Yeah, she twirls around and lifts her leg very high, and then she falls down. And obviously, if a little bit of attention was paid her, well, we do pay a little bit of attention, but if a little bit too much, we might have a little problem on our hands here. Bonnie does these exercises, and all the kids do them with her, but Rachel, she is really funny when she tries to do them. Oh, good. Sarah's learning how to turn a somersault. Good, Sarah.
I do that?
Yeah, good.
Did it even
When Grandma comes to see you pretty soon, Grandma's going to come not too long, you can show her how to do a somersault. I mean, Grandma won't do a somersault. No, you don't do that in here. You do that in there. You don't do it here because you're going to knock things over. Sarah, though, will do a somersault. But you have to do it in there. You have to do it in the living room. And not in here. No, because you hit too many things and it's too hard. Right. You'll hurt yourself, right? Can't do it. Well, let's see. I'm kind of running out of news right here. I think Bonnie is going to...
They did it in my head.
Yeah. You got to do it in there, though. You got to do it in that room in there if you want to do it. So maybe I'll stop a little bit and see what might happen here a little bit later. I built a fire tonight in the fireplace. We've been having, well, not all the time, but it's usually Saturday night is when we have a fire in the fireplace. Last week when Jeannie and Chuck were here, we had a fire in the fireplace and just kind of sat around there, and it was kind of nice. So we have one there tonight. Tonight is no, you cannot take it off. Tonight is Mindy's last night. She's going to go home tomorrow. And she is very sad about that. One of her friends who was going down there, has been down there with her from up here, Cindy Thiessen. Yeah, just put it up there. No, we're not going to play it because Rachel's up. And she gets the cards. Sarah loves to play Old Maid, don't you? You have to wait till Rachel goes to bed. How about when Grandma Orr comes, she'll play Old Maid with us.
Me?
Of course, Grandma Orr can play Old Maid.
Grandma?
Of course. When she comes to see us later.
Old Maid,
Old Maid. Later, right, later.
Mama.
Okay, I think I'm going to stop this for a little while. And then maybe I will talk a little bit more later. Or Amy, I know, wants to talk too. She's in taking a bath right now. Okay, this is the 11th of February, my birthday. Right, Aim?
Yeah, we talking.
You just talk right. See, there's a microphone. You don't have to bend down. You just stand up and talk.
I do?
Yeah, you just talk like this. Well, I think Aim's going to talk a little bit here, and then I'll be joining in too. Aim?
Is this the grandma or?
Yes, it is.
That's why I thought you would say, Dad, every time we make a tape, it's to Grandma Orr.
That's the only grandma we send it to.
Yeah, but why can't we send it to another grandma? That's why I want to know, Grandma. He just wants to send tapes to you and never send tapes to anybody else. Guess he dislikes you. He dislikes his mom a lot.
Let's see. Here comes Rachel.
Why do you always just send tapes to your mom?
Because Grandma Hurst and Grandpa Hurst are very close to us.
And we
Okay.
can send them a tape.
No, we don't need to. We send some to Mindy and Marilyn. Here's this little girl.
And she might want to talk. Okay, Rachel, talk right here.
Rachel has the giantest tooth you have ever seen.
Let's see, Rachel. Oh, yeah, you do, don't you? You can see it.
Her tooth is
Right here.
back. No, it's back farther. Her tooth is back farther. And
Yeah,
she's getting like a, well, it's the teeth toward the back in her mouth. And it is so giant coming up. It's like about 3 teeth in a row there.
Maybe Rachel will want to talk, Lil,
Well,
if she knows where to talk.
I don't know. She just wants to sit on my
For a
lap.
minute, I thought you just talk through this thing, this big speaker right here.
Oh yeah, we're using the tape recorder from church,
Yeah,
the
and
good one.
yeah, and it's getting me all mixed up. It doesn't have a microphone doing that noise.
Amy, you're used to holding a microphone, huh?
Yeah, I'm used to those kind of microphones, but I'm not used to this thing.
Oh, this little girl is hugging me.
Yeah, she loves to hug. All day she's hugging the birthday boy.
We already had a birthday lunch.
Yeah, we had birthday lunch.
So tell Grandma what you did.
Well, I made Dad a card, and I saw a birthday card and saw a Valentine card.
It was a combination.
Yeah, it's a combination.
Real. I loved it.
It was a heart, and then it said happy birthday. Here, maybe I could go get and see what it said.
Okay, Amy, go get it. And Sarah made me a card. We're going to go out to eat tonight, just locally here. And Janice Myers is coming over to watch the kids. And then after we get home...
Okay, like I said, I was going to redo it, so I guess I will now. It said, happy birthday. I love you. Love Amy. And it's a red heart and has little designs on the front.
It's real beautiful.
Yeah.
And tell her what you got me.
I got him Bruce, and he's been waiting for it.
Brute. So I smell real good, because I haven't had any of that
Well,
for so long.
I don't think she knows what Brute is.
Well, tell her.
Well, it's Well, you know what stuff is when you after shave. It's that stuff.
It's like aftershave lotion.
Yeah, it's after shave lotion, and it's real good. It smells so good. When you were in the kitchen and we were baking the cake, so I opened the lid and smelled it.
Oh, it's great, huh?
Yeah. I guess I couldn't smell it sort of because my nose. I can't smell it good.
Oh, Grandma Orr,
Well,
you've been home?
I've been home 3 days in a row, and
From where?
school, and
No.
because one night I got the fever, and then it went off, and then I got the back off. Now I got the sneeze and the cough, and the clear nose. Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel. Just stepped on Rachel's toe. And well, I did all that sort of like, and it's really. What was I talking about?
Why you stayed home?
And it was sore bad.
I think Amy's getting a little better, though. She just can't run around.
Yeah, well, I'll cough.
Whenever she starts, there's a lot of people have this. Well, Rachel has it. Sarah has it.
Yeah,
They don't have it as bad.
Yeah, like I'm getting off of it, and these guys are getting into it.
Right. What is this?
I'm getting out, they're getting in. I'm glad I'm getting out. Hey.
Well, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate that.
What?
I think I'll,
What for?
my birthday. Grandma sent it to me for my birthday. A check for $5.
Mom said check isn't this money.
Yes, it is.
Mom's getting me all mixed up with tips.
So anyway, I'm not quite sure what I'll use it for. I want to get a book. Well, it's actually
Well,
it's a book on reading called Investigating Issues of Reading Disability. And I have one of the books. It's a 2-volume set that this guy has wrote, and I have one of the book, and the other book is kind of goes along with it. So I'd kind of like to get that. This year I've bought a couple of books just in the area of reading. I try every year
get a new book.
to get a book in that area.
Get a new book.
But this that helps me at my job at school. And so I think I'll maybe apply it towards that. I'm not real sure.
I'm gonna talk.
Okay, he wants to talk a little bit now.
And always, pretty much, Dad comes home with something for me, mostly books. Like from his school that he doesn't really need. Like he bring me 4 books, and he bring me one that I could read in. And it's really good. I need them for school.
That green book?
Oh yeah,
That's a good one.
that big thick one. Oh boy, and we are going into that book.
You are?
Oh, I have to read a story.
Your book is out there in the kitchen. Maybe Amy could, why don't you go get a book and read Grandma a story? It's out in the kitchen, Amy.
Okay.
You know where Mom keeps the coffee on that little stand by the refrigerator? That little cabinet by the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah.
Your book is on top of that, I think. Amy brought home one of her reading books from school, so she's been reading it. So maybe she'll read it to you. We found earlier on this tape I asked you about when you were coming here, and then we got your tape the other day that you sent, and you mentioned that you were going to come after Easter vacation. So we found that out now. So Amy's going to read a story from her book.
Has Rachel said much?
No.
She just came in and asked me for a bottle.
Right, Rachel wants a bottle. She's got a bottle of water.
it's my done. Oh, what do you see? Wait, I don't think I can read this all because it's pretty long.
No, just read a short part of it. You don't read the whole thing. Just read her a short. I don't want you to read a long story because it's too long. That's way too long.
I know.
Just read a section of it.
This one page?
No. Look,
Two
let me
pages?
show you.
That's not the pit. That's not part of it.
How
Dad,
about if
no,
you...
I had to do this one for school.
Okay. Okay.
I do.
What about if you read up to this page right here?
Okay.
Okay, just a minute. I'm going to set the tape recorder down on the floor here
So I can read.
so you can read. Okay, you go ahead and read the story to Grandma. This is called My
A
Dime. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, what do you see? Look down here, David said. Patty, just look down here. A dime, said David. I saw this dime. This is my dime. You did not, said Patty. You did not see this dime. I did too. David said, Uncle Will, what is going on here? Stop this now. I saw this dime, said Pay. It is my dime. I saw it too, said David. I saw it too. Stop this, said Uncle Will. Stop this and come with me. Okay, how long did you want me to read up to this page?
Okay.
Okay. Only, this is the last
No,
page.
why don't you read that page and we'll stop right there.
No. I'm on this page, then I can read this.
Okay.
I see too, said Pay. Now we can get something we want. May we, Uncle Will? May we? Yes, you may, said Uncle Will. Come on, Patty, said David. 1 nickel
Rachel.
for you.
Rachel.
1 nickel for me. Come and see Mr. Brown. He will have something good. Look, Mr. Brown, said David. I have a nickel. What can I get with it? A nickel, said Mr. Brown. Just 1 little nickel. You can get a pickle. A pickle for a nickel. Oh, you, said David. Oh, I don't like pickles. I want something good. Here you are, David. Here you are, said Patty. Here is something you like. You can get it with a nickel. Just what I want, said David. 1 nickel for a 1 nickel. 1 for you, Patty. 1 nickel. 1 for me. Now give Mr. Brown your nickel. I will give him my nickel too. Well, I'm all done, and that's all I can read because this is my school. That's all. I'm all done.
Okay.
I'm all done, Dad. You
Good.
read the whole thing.
No, I heard most of it. I had to go rescue Rachel because Sarah is sleeping and she has a tendency to want to
Wake her up.
wake Sarah up. So I have to kind of watch Rachel. Bonnie had to go up to the post office, I think, and up to the bank. Well, I think what I'm going to do now, I think I better, maybe I'll stop this a while. And this last part here, we've just been kind of rambling on. What is that? Did you write a letter? Here comes Rachel with a paper and a pencil. Rachel, easy does it.
Now, don't this... Did you write this, Rachel?
Did she write that letter? Looks like Aunt Pat wrote it.
Yeah.
Here, let her write on it. No, you don't do that, Rachel.
Oh, Grandma didn't hear that.
Oh, you hope Grandma didn't hear that? Well, if Grandma comes to visit us, she will hear that because Rachel likes to what?
Hit.
Rachel likes to hit, and we are having to watch her.
Mostly me.
Oh, mostly you. Rachel has a tendency to want to hit her big sister and her other sister too.
But never... Well, sometimes Mom and sometimes...
No,
Never Dad.
No, she doesn't really hit us.
Oh, she never hits the parents, but she hits the kids.
She just kind of, look. Rachel is sitting over in a little red chair with a piece of paper and a pencil writing. She actually holds a pencil really, really well.
Yeah, like I hold it.
Yeah. And she can write. She can make lines.
He likes to do this. He goes on this chair, and she stands up and then falls down the
She
steps.
does? Oh,
Yes, he
no.
goes like that.
Well, I think I'll stop this, Mom. And, well, we're almost to the end here. Maybe we'll try to go to the end.
Yeah.
Any other news that you can tell, Mom?
What? That's
Not
not my mom.
That's not Mom. It's my mom. I mean your grandma.
Well, I wish you would call her Grandma because it's my grandma.
No, don't plug any. Any other news we could cover?
Well, sorry good in school and sorry good at recess.
You kind of miss not going to school, don't you?
Oh, I hate it. I hate not going to school. I love to go to school.
She loves her teacher, and she gets so lonesome for her teacher.
I know. I dislike her so much.
Yeah.
And I hope you didn't really listen when Dad said no, Rachel, to me. I mean, to Rachel.
How come?
Because that's not part of the tape.
Well, I had to say it. We have to teach that little girl how to behave.
Maybe I could make Grandma one of these.
She would love it.
Yeah, but there's no more red paper.
Well, how about later sometime writing Grandma a note or a letter? She loves to get them, I think.
Well, every time I sent her one, she sends me one back.
Yeah.
If I send you a letter, would you promise to send me one back?
She always does,
I
right?
hope she does. This time
You could send her a card. You know, one of those cards we have?
Did she give me that stationery?
I don't know.
Oh no, we bought
I
it.
think Mom did. Could you go put your book up now?
And
In there, no, in there where it was.
the-
No, in there, because when you take it back, I want to know where it's at. And I set that other book in there. Well, let's see. This tape is almost gone, so maybe we can continue on. It is almost like spring here today. It must be in the high 60s. I saw in the news back east it was like in the 40s, and people were in just their shirts. I guess they're so. The 40s seems like a hot wave to them. But anyway, out here today, it is very, very warm. We have no fire.
No.
We build it in the morning, but let it die out because it's just too warm.
I know. I get hot, but today it's sort of cold outside. It's sort of breezy.
It's sort of breezy outside.
I went out there without my coat. It's freezing.
Well, you have a short sleeve shirt on.
Oh,
So that's probably why it seems a little breezy there. Let's see, I'm trying to think of something to say here, and I'm just kind of running out, so
hurry.
maybe what I'll do is just
Stop
stop
the tape.
because this tape is
Almost done.
almost done.
Just about done, and I think we should stop it.
You think we should?
Yeah, I think we should because.
Tell Grandma Orr what you did for family night.
Well, I'm afraid the same thing. Play the piano.
Hey, tell what Mom did for family night.
Well, she played spoons.
Mom
She did-
played the spoon. She had this
She did-
record of a banjo.
Yeah, real circle. And then all these people, then Rachel and Sarah came out and they started dancing. And then Mom was starting to do the spoons on their backs.
And what did tell Grandma what I did.
Well, he had the mystery bag.
A mystery bag.
Yes. And your son here did juggling, doing both tricks on his nose and forehead.
And what else?
And he also did the rope.
A magic trick with string.
Yeah. And he kept pulling string out, but I know how he did it. He had such a big hand that he could hold all that string in there. And then he just pulled it out. His hand's so big that he could do that easy. I knew that.
You knew that trick? Oh, shucks. And
So
tell her what
that
else
was-
I did with the
Well-
comb. Amy, you gotta
Oh.
get away from there.
Well, he has his music part, your son here. He had his music part of playing the comb to banjo record.
No, it was no banjo record.
Well, yeah, he played the comb with the little TV. That was the first one. And then Rachel came out dancing, so like.
That's kind of what Rachel does for family night. Rachel
Yeah.
just dances.
She just dances everything everybody does is the piano, the record, your comb. And
Rachel just likes to dance. Okay, come here. Rachel's
Okay.
nose is running like a faucet,
I
although
wish
it's
you,
getting better.
now I'm getting into that thing. Oh, if
Well,
you
we're
want
going to
me
stop
get-
this, Mom, because I see that this is almost done, so we'll
Yeah,
stop it
but I
now.
can.
Is, let's see, February 14th. Yeah, Valentine's Day. And it's Monday, about 10 o'clock in the morning. And I've never used this tape recorder. It's the new one the church has. And it's one like we would like to get. And so I decided to try it. So I'll talk a little bit and then I'll check it, see if I'm working it right. It's just like summer here today. Didn't even need a fire in the morning. In fact, last night you could just go out with a sweater on. And it's really something. Everything's, no leaves, but other than that, it seems like summer. We all have really bad colds or allergies or something. And I think it is because everything's so in need of rain. It feels like there's dust and stuff all over. I was up a lot last night just sneezing and really stuffed up head, and everybody's had it. Oh wait, Sarah's calling me. Well, I listened back and this was working okay, and I turned it up a little. Let's see. I was going to write things down as I thought of them. I did want to tell you, Dean might have told you that 2 weeks ago, or no, just a week ago Saturday, I went over to Jeannie's house and picked her up in the morning. And then they all came home with me, except Chuck. He was working, and then he came over after work and had dinner here. They stayed till about 10 o'clock and then went home. It just takes an hour. And they really live out in the country. It's really beautiful. It's all brown now, but like in the spring, I think it'll really be pretty. And it's like kind of rolling hills and oak trees, and it's a new house, really nice. I don't like new houses really, but for a new house it's real nice. I just really like an old house like we have. I think it just takes longer to make them feel homey when they're brand new like that. But it is really a nice house. I'm sure it costs very much the way houses go these days. And they do have 5 acres. I think Dee's had kind of a hard time. She said it's the first time that she's had to go in anywhere on her own, kind of like in church and stuff. Nobody knows, that she was a craft or anything, and so she said it's just been a new experience for her to have to kind of just start over. And I could tell she was kind of lonely, but she's really doing good. She said the thing that, I don't know if I might have told you this, I can't think when we made our last tape, but the thing she mentioned was that their new pastor came over to visit them, or they're going to church, and he just, I don't know why, asked how long they'd been married, and Chuck said 7 months. And then, he saw the kids there, and she said Chuck didn't explain or anything, and she said, I'm afraid they think I'm divorced or something, and I wanted him to explain, but she said that's the kind of thing I can't be proud about, to act like, to always be explaining things, because people probably don't think that much about it anyway. But she's real good about thinking things through like that. But I think she says it's really good that they moved, because really everything, all the friends and everything were just friends of hers and Dave, and she said Chuck never said anything, but she said I'm sure it was hard for him to feel like that he was probably being compared, all the time. But they're doing really good, and the kids like it a lot better. So I think it's really working out good. And I sure like her being closer. We're going to try to meet once a month someplace, maybe in Sacramento or someplace halfway. And I'm meeting her the last Thursday of this month, and we're going to go out for lunch, and I have to go to Sacramento and get some stuff, so I'll meet her down there. It's always fun to do something centered around going out to eat. Let me see. Sarah's standing here. Do you want to say hi to Grandma?
Hi,
Louder.
Hi, Grandma. My Amy on the Rachel turn on the table night.
And Amy went to school today, didn't she?
Yeah, and Amy to school night on
And today's Valentine's Day.
but they will die.
Can you tell Grandma thank you for the Valentine?
Thank you, Grandma. How does Amy to school?
Yeah. Everybody got your Valentines in the mail, and it was real nice.
And like how the fingers and popcorn and
We had popcorn last night, huh?
popcorn.
Can you say your verse for Grandma?
Yeah. The Lord, my helper.
The Lord is my helper. Well, look what Rachel has. The toy Auntie Marilee sent her for her birthday. Marilee, that reminds me, I wanted to tell you about when you do come from San Francisco over to Walnut Creek. My mom, I talked to her about it, and she says that I said that you had said you'd take the bus up here, and she said it is so awful. My dad had to take the bus, just to a place outside Sacramento to pick up their car once, and she said it was they just stop everywhere, and it takes so long. So she said she was glad I was coming over, but to get you. But anyway, she said that the gallery is just a few, it's in walking distance from Bart, and if you could, well, let's see. If I could find her phone number here, I could give it to you. And then when you get to Walnut Creek, you could call her from Bart, and she could tell you how to walk to the gallery. She said my dad walks there every night after work, and then he rides home with her. So before I finish the tape, I'll try to remember to put that phone number in, if I can find it. Let's see. The news. I guess Dean probably told you our pastor left. He went to Arizona, right outside Phoenix, to a church that's probably about twice as big as ours. He just left 2 weeks ago, and we weren't expecting it at all. It was kind of a surprise, so we were left kind of fast here. He only gave like 2 weeks notice. And Dean is on the public committee now, and they're just kind of getting organized. And Dean's going to speak next Sunday night. They've just had kind of a hard time filling the pulpit here, so without much notice. So he's going to do that. He's going to talk on the scriptural qualifications of a pastor that we should be looking for. Dean's really getting to be good. I don't know, I just get so much out of his Bible studies on Wednesday night, and they're really well attended for the size of our church. Counting the kids, sometimes we have up to 100 people there. For our size church, that's pretty good. It's been down a little bit since the pastor left. I guess that just kind of happens. I don't understand that, why people don't come when there's not a pastor, but it seems like it happens that way, and I've seen that happen before. I'm going to check this again. I'm just not sure I'm using it right. Well, it's still working. Sarah, go look on the dining room table. Sarah needs a pencil. Okay. You can get one on the table. Go look on the table. Next month, in March sometime, probably about the 3rd, well, let's see, the 14th, the week of the 14th, I'm going to Basic Youth. Dean and I take turns going. I'm going this year. And I think the weekend after that, I'm going to go down and see Mindy and Pat and Nat and Elizabeth. I can leave like on a Thursday morning and come back Monday morning, so that's right after and before piano lessons. And Dean was a little dubious about it, but we got our car fixed somewhat. The carburetors have never been, we have these what they call dual carburetors, and they're real complicated to work on, so we did find a guy that could work on them, and it really did make a difference in our car, and he kind of checked it, and he said the compression's real good, and that's kind of what they go by for how the engine is. So even though it has over 150,000 on it now, he felt it'd be in good enough shape for me and reliable to take. It has a little more power now than it did, but it's still kind of sluggish. But that's, I can go the speed limit. Can't really go over it, which is good for me. Doesn't give me a choice. But I'm gonna go down and stay for those 5 days. We were laughing because you said on your last tape how you don't like to ever go back. Like you said, once you leave your job, like you said, you didn't like to go back to where you used to live or anything. And I am really, Dean's like you. He sees nothing interesting about that. But I love to do it. And every time we go down to L.A., I drive by all the places where you used to live and where we lived and where Marilee lived and where places Dean and I used to go, or I love to do that. So I've never gone back downtown because I can't get Dean ever to do it. So I told Mindy to tell Pat I want to do that. So Pat wrote and said she'd like to do it. We're gonna go down and just walk by where I used to work. You probably think I'm crazy, but I just love to do that. One day, last summer, my mom and Carol and I and my aunt, we rode by all our old houses where we lived on the other side of the bay. We lived in about 3 different places and went by our old church, old schools, and we all loved it, to go real slow. And Dean he thought I was absolutely crazy. But anyway, that's one thing I'm going to do when I go to LA. I think the kids will be, I know Sarah and Amy would be really good traveling, and I have a porta crib I can borrow that fits right in the car, the back. It's like a cage for Rachel. And I think she'll be okay. She's been a lot better in the car lately. This would be a good trial run for a Colorado trip. See how she does. I might come back totally discouraged here. But I almost rather go by myself. I was going to ask somebody to go with me, but if she starts crying, I can take that. But if I think she's making somebody else nervous or something, then I worry about that. So in a way, it'd be easier to go by myself. And I can always stop if I have to. If I leave early in the morning, I won't have to, be driving at night. Mindy really wants us to come real bad, so I'm going to do that. Mindy was very sad leaving a week ago yesterday. She's doing really good, got real good grades this semester. School comes pretty easy for her. She's looking for a job now. Marilyn got a real good job at the Portland airport. She x-rays luggage and stuff, how they do that, your purse and all that, before you board the plane. She's like a security guard. Rachel, no. And I just had to rescue Amy's stationery here. Anyway, Marilyn got this job, and it's really helped her because she had a hard time disciplining herself. And now that she's working like 21 hours a week, she just has to study when she has to, at a certain time. And somebody at school there helped her set up a schedule, some counselor organizing her time, and it's really helped her. She's doing better. And she loves her job, and it's just been a real good thing for her. So it kind of, in a way, put pressure on Mindy that she better get a job, which I'm glad, because I think she should. I think it's good for everybody. So Mindy's out looking for a job now. They've just never had to work, and it's really, they just don't think about doing it, Marilyn was so proud of herself. It's the first job she got on her own. She called me Colette to tell me. And she said, she was really excited that 20 people had applied, and she walked in and they gave it to her, and the reason was because she was from Multnomah, and they just liked the kids from there so well. She gets to wear a uniform and all that, so maybe when you fly out of Portland, you might see her. Hey, I never thought of that till now. When you come down, I'll tell her, maybe I could know, if you could tell me your time and stuff, I could tell her your airline. She works for United. Hey, that'd be neat. She also gets her job automatically transfers down to San Francisco Airport in the summer, and she'll get even higher pay than she gets up there. And so it's going to be an all-year thing. And then she can have it when she goes back to school. I can't think of any more news. Thought I had it. I'm going to finish this today because I want to mail it. Dean's been so good about, he started this tape without me even, I used to have to say, could you please by Monday night start a tape, or, because I know you like to hear from him too, but he's been, the last couple tapes, he's just done it, and I've been the one holding it up here. In fact, on that last tape, I hardly talked at all, so he's getting better here about communicating. Well, I mailed Gina Lee's wedding gift Friday, so she should get it maybe this week. And something kind of practical, and something I didn't appreciate when I got one for a wedding gift, but it's one of my best things now. So, I know something that she probably could use, unless she already has one. But she could take it back if she does, almost any store. Okay. Sarah just brought me some, is this coffee? Oh, thank you. A cup of coffee. Remember when you were here how she gave you coffee? She still does that. It's very good, thank you.
You some milk.
Okay, have some milk now. She's gonna go get me milk now. Down in the basement, I was looking for some stuff and I found some of Amy's old